Dave Campbell's Texas Football Instant Reactions here at the UIL State Championships. We just crowned the 6A Division II champions, our final champions of the weekend of the 2023 season, the Desoto Eagles, 74-14 over Humble Summer Creek. I mean, it's been, look, we've had like basically more or less an hour or so to think about what we're going to talk about.
An hour?
Longer than now, sorry.
Yeah.
I underestimated. Look, one of the more, if not the most dominant performance I think I've seen, especially at this classification by far.
In a state championship game. This game was over 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Desoto scored 3 plays in. They get an interception on the second play of the game. They score 1 play later. It's 15-0 right off the bat, and it didn't stop.
Right.
It was a thorough and complete. All of DeSoto's stars came to play.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Bailey, Tiger Ryden, Dalen Singleton, Caleb Abrams, Abrams, the defensive end. They all came to play. They all had big games. They just overwhelmed Summer Creek. They were the better team from the jump. And we thought DeSoto was the better team going in.
Sure.
I didn't know they were 60 points better, but
let
me tell you, 70. It could have been a lot worse.
I was about to say it actually could have been. So they pulled their starters at the end. I'm sorry, I did not get the backup quarterback's name. He threw a back shoulder pass perfectly for the last touchdown. I was like, if he's throwing back shoulder pass, that's a little anyway. But like, I think for this one, this was the perfect encapsulation of like this season for DeSoto in terms of like wire to wire being the best team in, presumably, obviously we presume 6A Division II, but 6A overall. They beat Duncanville, who won the state title. I think I would have picked them if they would have gone D1 even before tonight. I would have picked them to win 6A.
They're the best team in the state of Texas, in my opinion.
Easily.
Regardless of classification, they're the best team.
And like, obviously, there's some debate on like some of those teams that fell short to Kyler Murray and all that, but this is probably Claude's best DeSoto team. Like, it's just like it's so crisp and it looks so effortless when, especially those early offensive possessions where DJ Bailey's hitting guys in stride, Tiger Ryden and those guys, Marvin Duffy's just like getting whatever they need. And it was like, I've never seen a DeSoto team like that walk through competition and walk through someone like a Summer Creek. We'll get to them in a bit. That was a good team. Yeah. And they just overwhelmed them.
They just, DeSoto's, I think the difference between this DeSoto team and past DeSoto teams is twofold. I think up front on both sides of the ball, elite.
Better. Yeah, so much better.
Clearly
so
as good as they've been up front on both sides of the ball they've ever been.
Right.
And DJ Bailey, say what you want about DJ Bailey and his recruitment.
Insane.
And what kind of prospect he is. Yeah. What I can say about DJ Bailey is he's a winner. All he does is win football games, make good decisions. He's just the orchestrator of this whole offense. He's the leader of the team. And he walks away from DeSoto with 2 state championships and a legend in a town and a school that's produced unbelievable football players.
I was about to say, like, you can, obviously Sean Robinson's name comes to mind, but like, I think DJ Bailey has cemented himself as the best quarterback to come to DeSoto. Like,
agreed.
Like, the numbers speak for themselves. The titles speak for themselves. You watch those teams, you're like, they don't win with anybody else. They just don't. So yeah, I mean, like DeSoto, this is going to go down as, in my opinion, one of the better teams that we've seen in high school football.
I think in historical terms, this DeSoto team needs to be mentioned as one of the all-time greats in Texas high school football.
Easily.
And people are like, how? I'm telling you, this is one. I haven't been around that long, but this is one of the best teams I've ever seen.
I was about to say, the Duncanville game wasn't really that close. They dominated Duncanville in a way that nobody else had when we saw, Duncanville's secondary is not that great. Well, no, I mean, yes, sure, they may have been able to get beaten in the secondary, but I think that secondary was actually pretty good. And DeSoto was, I was about to say, DeSoto's receivers were just able to get around them. So, let's finish on Summer Creek. Obviously, a rough ending for them, but first humble school to make it. And they had I thought they had a really solid turnout for a district that's not the old, it's not a very old historic district,
not an old school, it's a fairly new school. They had a good crowd, and 14-2, nothing to sneeze at. Their 2 losses this year to North Shore and DeSoto.
Right.
So, I mean, they played great. Kenny Harris, they did a great job. Yeah. Summer Creek's strong at the lower levels. I think they're a consistent winner. I think they've taken the next step as a program. Yeah. And I think they're ready now to contend with North Shore as one of the best teams in Houston. But, I think it's going to be between North Shore and Summer Creek in Houston next year for supremacy down there. The difference is right now in Dallas, the DeSoto and Duncanville are just dominant. Yeah. And I don't know if we're going to see it again next year because, DeSoto is dropping shockingly here. They're going to probably drop to Class 5A. The best team in Texas is actually going to be in 5A next year. After winning back-to-back 6A Division II state titles, which will be a story in February come UIL realignment time.
I was about to say, yeah, we're not. I mean, the season's done, but our coverage was just going to ramp up in another month or so when that hits. So
we'll get the Christmas holidays in, and we'll jump right into realignment time. We're going to start putting a magazine together, and then the cycle begins again.
I was about to say, man,
the off season this year will be very short, and we look forward to it. It's been a great 2023 season. Unfortunate, ended on kind of a blowout.
Sure,
never like to see that, but it's been a great season, and appreciate everyone that's been with us at Dave Campbell's Texas Football.
I was about to say, appreciate Matt Stepp as always. Appreciate you guys as well. TexasFootball.com. Next week, by the way, Wednesday, we will be having our signing day special for our ROF, National Signing Day on Wednesday, 2 p.m. I believe 2 p.m. Just keep your wherever you listen to your podcast. If you have our live notifications on, keep those on because we will be having a pretty good show. We hope to have some special guests as well. And like Stepp mentioned, after the holiday break, after the bowl season, all that stuff, realignment comes into play. And like you mentioned, cycle starts all back up. So sure, again, even though the on-field stuff is done, we're still going. TexasFootball.com, everywhere you get your social media, your podcast, whatever. Stay locked in. We'll be here all step of the way. So thank you again to everybody. Everybody who's subscribed as well. TexasFootball.com/subscribe. You've helped us with that. You've helped us with Texan Live as well. Please, huge thanks to all the Texan Live crew as well. I mean, this is kind of our last sign off. So, thank you so much. You guys allow us to do this, allow us to bring these videos to you, and allow us to come here and provide, what we like to pride ourselves on is the best coverage in the state, and that's what we try to strive for, and that's what we hope to deliver. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in 2024. That's it for us, man.
Have a good one. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.